Introduction. In this booklet, my aim will be to show the evidence for a biblical Adam and Eve is existence through science and archaeology. Chapter 01 Humans made of dirt. Genesis chapter 2 verse 7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living being. Genesis chapter 2 verse 19. Out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field, and every bird of the air, and brought them to Adam to see what he would call them. And whatever Adam called each living creature, that was its name. Title: Unveiling the Common Elements Between Humans and Animals, the Biblical Connection. Introduction. The notion that humans and animals share common elements found in dirt is a fascinating concept rooted in the biblical account of creation. According to the Bible, both Adam, the first man, and animals were formed from the dust of the earth. While this idea may seem metaphorical, recent scientific discoveries have shed light on the striking similarities between humans and animals at the elemental level. In this article, we will explore the evidence supporting the biblical claim and delve into the scientific understanding of the common elements found in both humans and animals. 1. Elemental composition. The human body is primarily composed of oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium, and phosphorus. Remarkably, animals share a similar elemental composition. These elements are abundant in the Earth's crust, which aligns with the scriptural account of Adam and animals being formed from the dust or dirt. 2. DNA and genetic similarities. The blueprint of life, DNA, is present in both humans and animals. DNA is composed of nucleotides, which contain the same elements found in dirt. The genetic similarities between humans and animals are evident through shared genes, indicating a common ancestry. This further supports the biblical notion of a shared origin. 3. Elemental recycling. Genesis chapter 3 verse 19. In the sweat of your face you shall eat bread till you return to the ground, for out of it you were taken, for dust you are, and to dust you shall return. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 20. All go to one place, all are from the dust, and all return to dust. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 7. Then the dust will return to the earth as it was, and the spirit will return to God who gave it. Earth's ecosystems operate on a cycle of life and death, where organisms decompose and return to the soil. This process ensures the recycling of essential elements. Humans and animals, upon death, decompose, and their elemental components are returned to the earth. This cyclical nature further emphasizes the connection between humans, animals, and the elements found in dirt. 4. Environmental interdependence. Humans and animals depend on the Earth's resources for survival. The elements present in dirt, such as carbon and nitrogen, are essential for sustaining life. From the food we consume to the air we breathe, these elements are vital for our existence. The shared reliance on Earth's resources reinforces the idea of a common bond between humans and animals. Conclusion. The biblical account of humans and animals being formed from dirt finds support in scientific findings. The elemental composition, genetic similarities, and environmental interdependence all point to a shared connection between humans and animals at the elemental level. While the biblical narrative may be interpreted metaphorically, the evidence suggests a profound unity between humans, animals, and the earth itself. Understanding and appreciating this interconnectedness can foster a deeper respect for the natural world and the diverse life it sustains. Chapter 02 There was a first couple. Title: The Historical and Scientific Evidence of Adam and Eve. Introduction. The story of Adam and Eve, as described in the Bible, is a fundamental concept in Christianity. While the topic of human origins often sparks debates between religious and scientific communities, it is possible to explore the existence of Adam and Eve without delving into the theory of evolution. In this article, we will examine the historical and scientific evidence surrounding the first pair of humans, including references from ancient civilizations like the Sumerians. The biblical account of Adam and Eve. According to the book of Genesis, Adam and Eve were the first human beings created by God. They inhabited the Garden of Eden, where they lived in perfect harmony, until they disobeyed God's command and ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. This event, commonly known as the fall, led to the introduction of sin into the world. Historical evidence. While the Bible serves as the primary source for the story of Adam and Eve, it is worth noting that other ancient civilizations also have similar accounts. The Sumerians, for instance, had their own creation myth known as the Enuma Elish. In this narrative, the gods created humans to be their servants, mirroring the idea of a divine origin for humanity. Furthermore, archaeological discoveries in Mesopotamia, the region believed to be the cradle of civilization, have unearthed ancient artifacts and texts that suggest the existence of early human communities. These findings align with the biblical narrative of Adam and Eve being the first humans and the ancestors of all subsequent generations. Scientific evidence. While scientific evidence cannot directly prove the existence of Adam and Eve, it can provide insights that are consistent with the biblical account. Genetic studies have demonstrated that all humans share a common ancestry, with the most recent common male ancestor, Y-chromosomal Adam, and female ancestor, mitochondrial Eve, estimated to have lived thousands of years ago. These findings support the idea of a first human couple from whom all humans descended. Additionally, recent studies in population genetics have revealed that the human population experienced a significant reduction in size around 100,000 to 200,000 years ago. This phenomenon, known as the bottleneck effect, is consistent with the biblical account of Adam and Eve being the progenitors of humanity after a catastrophic event, such as the fall. Historical evidence. 1. Ancient Mesopotamian texts. The Sumerians, who lived in Mesopotamia around 4000 BCE, left behind a wealth of written records. Among these texts are accounts that bear striking similarities to the story of Adam and Eve. For example, the Sumerian epic of Gilgamesh includes a tale of a man named Enkidu who was created by the gods and later encounters a woman who tempts him, leading to his expulsion from a paradise-like setting. 2. Ancient Near Eastern creation myths. The story of Adam and Eve shares common elements with various creation myths from the ancient Near East, including the Babylonian creation myth Enuma Elish and the Canaanite myth of Baal and Anat. These myths often feature a divine creator or creators fashioning humans and placing them in a specially designated area. Scientific evidence. 1. Genetic Adam and Eve. Genetic studies have identified a male and female ancestor who lived thousands of years ago, known as Y-chromosomal Adam and mitochondrial Eve, respectively. While these names are metaphorical, they represent the most recent common male and female ancestors of all humans alive today. Although they did not live simultaneously, their existence suggests the possibility of a first pair of humans from whom all others descended. 2. Human genetic diversity. Genetic analysis reveals that humans possess relatively low genetic diversity compared to other species. This finding aligns with the biblical narrative of a small initial population, such as Adam and Eve, from which all humans originated. The limited genetic diversity among humans supports the idea that we share a common ancestry. 3. Mitochondrial DNA. Mitochondrial DNA, mtDNA, is passed down exclusively through the maternal line. Studies examining mtDNA have traced human ancestry back to a single woman, often referred to as mitochondrial Eve. While this does not prove the existence of a biblical Adam and Eve, it does suggest that all humans today share a common female ancestor. 4. Human migration patterns. Genetic studies tracking human migration patterns provide additional support for the idea of a first pair of humans. These studies have identified a migration out of Africa, with subsequent diversification and population growth across different regions. This aligns with the biblical account of Adam and Eve being the progenitors of humanity, from whom different populations spread throughout the world. Historical evidence. 1. Ancient Near Eastern artifacts. Archaeological discoveries in ancient Mesopotamia have unearthed numerous artifacts that depict scenes and symbols related to the story of Adam and Eve. These artifacts, such as cylinder seals and reliefs, often depict a male and female figure in a garden-like setting, hinting at the existence of a first human couple. 2. Early human societies. Ancient civilizations, such as the Egyptians and Greeks, recognized the concept of a first pair of humans. Egyptian mythology, for instance, includes the story of Adam and his first children, Shu and Tefnut, who are considered the ancestors of all humans. Similarly, Greek mythology features the creation of the first humans, Prometheus and Pandora, who parallel the idea of a first human couple. Scientific evidence. 1. Anthropological studies. Anthropological research provides insights into the origins of human culture and behavior. Studies have shown that early human societies exhibited characteristics such as familial and communal living, social hierarchies, and religious beliefs. These findings align with the biblical narrative of Adam and Eve as the first humans who formed the foundation of human society. 2. Archaeological sites. Excavations at archaeological sites, such as Jericho and others, have revealed evidence of early human settlements dating back thousands of years. These findings support the idea of human communities existing in ancient times and provide a historical context for the story of Adam and Eve. 3. Linguistic studies. Linguistic analysis has revealed commonalities in language families, suggesting a shared origin for human languages. This finding is consistent with the biblical account of Adam and Eve as the progenitors of humanity, from whom different languages developed as humans dispersed across the earth. 4. Cultural universals. Cultural universals are common features found in societies worldwide, regardless of time or place. Examples include rituals, myths, and moral codes. The existence of these cultural universals supports the idea that humans share a common ancestry and a common set of fundamental beliefs and behaviors, as depicted in the story of Adam and Eve.